Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the Storyalysis podcast. I'm Chris,
I am Pierre.
and today we're going to be talking about episode 7, all right, of Vinland Saga, season 2, Iron Fist Kettle. Ketil? No, Kettle, right? That's how you say it?
Right, Kettle.
Kettle?
Yeah, that's what they've been
Kettle.
saying. That's true.
Okay. Iron Fist Kettle. We're going to learn about the master of the
Kettle.
farm.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, but before we get into who Iron Fist Kettle is, there's thievery afoot, Pierre. There's thievery afoot
Thievery.
because one bag of flour and one was it a bag of dried meat? I think it was.
Um,
I know it was
no,
flour and dried meat.
yeah. I know the flour portion, but I don't remember what was accompanied. But I think it was just flour, actually.
Yeah, yeah. It was flour. I mean, I know. Later on, Snake says. Well, Snake says that there was like various crimes that have been committed by thieves,
Right,
but
right.
for sure we know that a bag of flour has been stolen.
Yeah, and he
So
said they need to be punished.
they
It's
need to
like,
be punished. Yeah, we see the footprints in the mud. They left a trail.
mm-hmm.
So
Which is convenient too,
that's
because the boss was away. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
like the
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 boss
awareness
was
that hey,
away.
the master's not here, so we can still know. Yeah, that
Hmm.
is actually very true.
And
Mm,
Snake said that they didn't steal much, but they developed a taste for it, which
yeah,
means that even though right now it can be a petty crime, it might blossom into more and more thievery in the future. So we gotta cut it at the
cut it.
root right now,
Yes,
so that it doesn't happen
yes.
again in the
Yep,
future.
that's true.
And then,
They take us
mhm,
in the morning. They take us the next morning. Arnheid and Einar are
Arnheid,
talking.
the
Yeah,
beautiful Arnheid,
she.
the woman.
Yeah.
You had a crush on her. I think you had a
Honestly,
crush on her
listen,
before
man.
this.
I was like, I don't know. I said, I'm not into anime like that, but I can see, I can see the people that are. Yeah, it's like it's. We discussed this at length like 2 episodes ago, I think. Yeah, it was. She falls in that category of like the perfect combo of cute and sexy. That's from that's a movie. That's some crazy stupid love. Yeah, but
Hmm.
yeah, he's talking to the Einar, trying to basically.
Flirting.
I don't know if she is. Like I think from he's just so infatuated that anything she says comes off. But I think she just genuinely is a nice and good person at heart. It's
Hmm.
like yeah, it's like
Maybe.
the or flirting. You never know because homeboys. There are certain shots of Einar that's just like, bro, this man is ripped, and other shots that's just like, what, bro? It's like it's yeah, and he's a good person too. That's another thing. Einar's very positive. He's like you mentioned in the last episode that he's not allowed his circumstances to break his character. Like he still fights, which are all things that would be attractive to any opposite or same gender.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, he's basically telling the master Einar that the old master, the Gramps, Spherical, well, he likes you. That's why he lets you like eat with them. And Einar's like, well, he doesn't really like us. He's just paying us back for chores, which paying us back because we had an agreement, the horse for chores. And she's like, bro,
Hmm.
what are you talking about paying us back? We're slaves. Just,
Yeah, it doesn't happen to slaves.
that doesn't happen to slaves. But in the end, we did touch up on that. These guys have one of the best situations that a slave could ask for. Like the old master
Nope.
is bargaining with you. You know how insane that is? Like, it's like you
Yeah.
bargain with like people that I'm assuming are in the same stature with you, like whether it's financially, whether it's like what mentally, like whatever it is, like slaves that your son owned, which by default you kind of own because you brought your son in this world and his mom.
Hmm.
So the fact that you're like, hey, I'll give you a horse to do this for me. I don't know. This shows that they're good people. But yeah, she had to remind them, bro, like we're slaves. Like y'all just on some very peculiar luck. Just
Hmm.
uh
Yeah, and also the one of the reasons why I thought that the flirting was more so on probably Einar's part than well, I mean, I don't know. I thought there were some like flirting from somebody happening there because
yeah.
when Thorfinn said that he's gonna go do something, Einar in his mind he was like pretty
Mm-hmm.
much saying, "Oh, is Thorfinn being like a wingman right now? Is he letting me speak with Arnheid? Is he trying to be
Yeah,
considerate? I think that's what he
I
said.
know. That's what you said.
So yeah. Um,
It's
so you got like no indication at all that there was any kind of flirting from Arnheid, or like any sense that she might um, have romantic interest.
mm, to me, so well, okay, on my point of view, I don't think she's doing anything on purpose, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, she's not like they're not little kids, so she must know that homeboy's into her. I think she must. It's just a slight tangent. This reminded me of 500 Days of Summer, which such a good movie that I'm watching this movie with a girl. Different perspective is so not mind blowing, like nice to see. Because 500 Days of Summer is this guy who loved this girl, literally love wants to be his girlfriend, but she never directly tells him, "Hey, I like you too and want to be your girlfriend." At the same time, she is old enough and aware that he loves her, but she would do little things like one scene they're buying a couch and she hold his hand and some shit like that, but he keeps reinforcing that idea that all these little things mean something. I have a shot just to not end up with this girl. But at the same time, my girl was like, hey, she never told him I like you and want to be with you. So it's a bit of a controversy. Like Found You Summer, I recommend that. Very good movie with Jennifer Gordon, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and the girl from
Oh, Joseph
Zoe
Gordon-Levitt.
Deschanel. Yeah, the girl from New Girl.
Oh,
That's a pretty cool
oh,
movie,
I love
Christian.
her. She's
Bro,
awesome.
bro, you gotta
She's
watch
so.
100 Days of Summer. As a guy, you watch 100
Mm.
Days of Summer, oh, you hate it. Because you're like, she puts my man through stuff. But some women might say, hey, she never told homeboy I want to be with you. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So yeah, it's
Interesting.
like Arnheid might have, it's like it might be that, but it's like she never really told him, "Hey, I like you." But she have given some strong compliment that guys would take the way he would have. Like, you're such a good person. I look forward to talking to you every day. So yeah, I mean, homegirl might have known what she was doing, but but at the same time, it's like it's not ambiguous, but it's also not crystal. It's not vague, but it's also not on point. I don't know. That's just my perspective. But he think he's scoring, so as long as Einar is happy, I'm happy.
Yeah, yeah. And Thorfinn's also pretty considerate about the
Or he's
situation.
just careless. Homeboy just wash his face and
Careless.
I think he was. Wasn't he going through a dilemma? Was it the post dream? No, no, no. That was just a regular morning. Yeah,
Yeah, nah, nah.
yeah,
This
yeah.
this particular morning, it was just regular
It was
stuff.
just a regular morning.
Thorfinn was being
And
a
then
bro, I think.
that's actually bro code. Yeah, he peeped that. He's like, all right, let me just. I'm not cock blocking here. Let me just walk out. Like, do your thing, Ainer. Like, we're all slaves here. Spartacus. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. But the
uh,
mistress, dude. Oh, the way the mistress comes in and like you can tell I didn't even you can tell like I didn't even know at that point that the story was going to get towards getting to the end, but the way she didn't like Arnheid, like he slapped her right away, like, oh, you got time to do that, oh, he's a slave and you're a slave, isn't that like
mhm.
how cute is that? I don't know, like I could sense just a bit. I'm like, okay, I think there's something more here, like
Oh, you mean like she's jealous
like
of him?
jealousy. Yeah, yeah. As soon as I saw that, like I knew right away. I'm like, yeah, I think so.
I feel like you could be right, but I feel like if there was true jealousy, she like Arnheid would get far more than just a slap. Like because
Well,
they're
Christian, I'm
the
no, I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead. Go ahead.
okay, yeah, the because we saw like with Snake and also his men how they perceived slaves. Like there was this atmosphere where slave is somebody that you could kill for fun if you wanted to. So
I
like
understand.
while yeah, the mistress and these bodyguards they're cut from two different cloths. I feel like she could be a little more wild with her
Yeah.
vengeance than just a simple slap. But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Well, the thing is, well, not the thing is, this is all subjective, right? If you think about it, this is from like back in the days. So if you think of women's role, like, dude, my husband Ketil is like the king of this farm, and he prefers this slave to me. I can't say anything because I'm just his wife. Like I don't like I don't have like rights. Like Like if you think about it, like a woman's role, a wife's role during that day and age, and to have that constant reminder, seeing that slave in your face every day, the fact that she's aware, right? Like she knows my husband prefers this younger slave to me. Like I could see how there's not much that she can do, because if she killed a slave, my husband might kill me or divorce me because I know he fancies her. This is not just some guy's slave. This is someone that my husband hold close. Like she's at his bed, bro. So this is like, and he is powerful enough to tell his wife, "Hey, know your place." Like you're my wife and all, but like that's bae, because that's how it was back then with these guys. So
Mm.
I don't know. That's anyway. I can't confirm or deny that because they didn't go into detail about that relationship.
Yeah, I could see where you're coming from though. Of course, we as the viewers, we know that you know, uh, Ketil uh, isn't exactly the most courageous man when it comes to asserting dominance and
Yeah,
asserting order, at least from what we've seen. So, but yeah, like we like you said, we don't really know too much about the relationship. But your theory that the wife is jealous could be true. We gotta wait and
yeah,
see.
understood. Um, yeah. So they make it back on the farm. The wheat is growing, dude. Einar starts to have hope,
Things are
man.
looking good.
Things are
Crops are
looking
looking
good.
good.
Like
Morale
this,
is high.
yes, he can
Slowly making their
taste
steps towards
freedom.
freedom.
Yes,
Yeah. Aaron Yeager.
and homeboy's like,
What? Who said that?
"Did you say Aaron Yeager?
What? Nope. I
What
never
did you
said
say?
that.
What did you say?"
Yeah, I said Aaron Yeager.
Christian, should we just leave the show and start Attack on Titans?
No, I'm on the Vinland. I'm on the Vinland tick right now, dude. I
Oh,
need
the
me some
Vinland
Vinland.
take. We need Vinland. No, we need Vinland. Yeah, they can taste
Yo,
freedom.
yo, real quick. I think I heard the next trailer for Attack on Titan, the final part came out.
Bro,
I think
daddy,
today
chill.
actually.
What?
But I'm not gonna watch it. You're not gonna catch me watching it because I'll be damned if I get spoiled on the very last part of Attack on Titan. You could fucking miss me with that shit.
Christian,
I'm not gonna be spoiled.
the
It's
fact
not
that
gonna
you
happen, Pierre.
still the
It's
fact
not
that you
gonna
still
happen.
think, okay, do you rate the Attack on Titan writers? Well, are they really writers or are they just going based off the manga? I guess no, they're writers, but okay, what I was going to
No,
get to
yeah.
what I was going to get to is how beautiful the story has been, how not intricate, but I'd say interesting. I would trust the marketing team to drop a trailer that also throws you off of what actually is happening. But that's just me. I mean, I
No.
don't really care. I don't,
In the world of
bro.
anime, nah,
Mm,
they'll spoil. Most animes will. Attack on Titan, yeah, I think they would spoil for sure.
well, I will watch it. I will watch it.
Making a mistake, dude. This is your last opportunity to just go in completely blind to Attack on Titan. But you know, dude,
Um,
you can do you, man. You can do you. As long as you don't take me down with you, you can do you.
I will not. I will not, Christian. I'll just keep it to myself. I'll just keep it to myself. But yeah, he gets down on his knees, start praying, and tell Thorfinn. You start praying too, and Thorfinn's just like, such that's a foreign thing. What is that? But like, sure, I guess I'll do it. And Thorfinn just start praying too. It's such like a
Mm,
lovely scene. Like I love the fact that things are turning up for these guys. You're like, oh man. Like as you're watching this, you're like, damn, there's hope. You're like, there's hope.
yeah, right. Especially in season one, when remember when right after the episode where they massacred that village, you saw Canute and the priest. They were praying, and
Yeah.
then Thorfinn looked at them with like this look. It was just, what are you guys doing? Like, who are you praying to?
Right.
This, what is this? What is this? This nonsense that you're doing. And then here, it's like he's very open minded to the idea of prayer. Like, well,
Yeah.
in the sense that like he's not resistant toward it. He's like, okay, you want me
Yeah.
to pray with you? Sure, I'll come pray with you. Even though he's a little embarrassed, but you know, like Einar says, nothing's more embarrassing than doing it half-assed. So give it your all. Shout, shout out to the heavens.
Shout
Have a
out to
deep
the
prayer.
heavens. Mm. Nah, that is crazy. That was a very nice scene, and Thorfinn's like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
uh, and of course, the master's back,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well,
hmm
you said the master's back. You mean like
well, That doesn't master of the farm. Like he's. I'm talking about like later after that scene, after the farm scene.
Okay, okay, okay,
The
gotcha.
Ketil was out. You know Ketil was out, right? He came back with his son, Thorgil.
Yeah, I thought like you were saying that. I thought you misspoke. Like I thought you were trying to say that Thorgil came back, but you said Kettle came back by mistake. But
Yeah.
I I didn't
No,
realize where you were taking it. But yeah,
wait. I'm talking about the. I'm talking about the next scene after they're done praying, like him, Thorfinn
right.
and Einar, and then they show you
Mm-hmm.
that Ketil is coming back with his son that we didn't meet before. The master wasn't here. That's why the that's not why. Like the thieves were stealing. The master was Ketil was not on the farm this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
came
You're right.
back. Yeah.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he brought his son Thorgil, and then just apparently the son was like he's a warrior coming back from fighting, and he's talking and he mentioned like the battlefield changes a guy like Canute. He's like the guy was
Mm-hmm.
just this whiny nobody. Well, he was somebody. He was a prince to just a proper general now. And then
Mm-hmm.
he fist bump him and Thorgil and Snake. And then Thorgil say, "Hey Snake, something that Thorgil said." And he's like, "Well, you trained me, Snake." And I'm like, "Bro,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh,
And
dude, every
so
yeah." Go
okay,
ahead, go ahead.
one thing to preface this, like this, what makes this whole thing about Snake training Thorgil a little bit more interesting is because Thorgil is another Thor, right? Like you think of all the Thors that we've met in this show, Thorfinn, Thors, Thorkel.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are the main three, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, those are the main three. So now we're introduced to another Thor, Thorgil, uh, which, by the way, Gil means mask or veal. So Thorgil is kind of like Thor's mask or Thor's veal. What
Hmm.
that means, I have no idea. But the pure fact that his name is Thor leads me to believe that this is a very dangerous individual as far as like combat ability or just
Okay.
warrior mentality. So Snake training a Thor, that says a lot to me purely because we know of this pattern of Thors and how big of a deal they are.
Yeah.
And if a new Thor is trained by Snake, a man who we still don't know much about, that just adds more to Snake's reputation from a
That's
character
true.
standpoint. Because he must
Oh
be a
no, we
big deal if
see.
he trained a Thor.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this dude's like Levi, man. This is actually no, fuck that. This dude's scarier. Because he's so calm and so cool, yet the level of respect and fear that he instilled in his men is insane. Like, did you see how
Snake, right?
yeah, we're talking about Snake. Did you see how what was the name of the two guys 2 episodes ago? No, I forgot
Uh,
them. The two retainers,
Badger,
the two Badger and Fox. Yeah.
Badger and Fox, yeah. Yeah.
Do you see how Fox freaking shook and froze? Once
Yeah.
like his
Mm-hmm.
eyes twitched. Like yet when you look at Snake, you're like, oh, this is just some dude that sleeps, some dude that's just is very lazy. That just
Cool
just
tooth.
yeah, just eat. But like, dude, at the same time, he has this level of discipline, bro. Just no, that's a cool character. I hope they dive in deeper into his character. I hope they get to the point where they have to fight and him and Thorfinn to come together. It's just like because also he recognizes, like you mentioned in the last episode, he was like, 50 men. Yeah, you know about that, Thorfinn. Like,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yep.
when he tested him and drew the sword and Thorfinn flinch. Like he could already see, okay, this would make a worthy opponent. Just like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, crazy shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, the master's back, and then they show you a little clip. The brother and sister. It's so sad. Like the sister's like, "We're gonna die," and the brother's like, "No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine." Dude, at such a young age, man. The way, bro, nah, some crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a sad scene.
Uh,
I noticed that the brother, his name is Stuart. I think
mm-hmm.
that's what she said. He looked
Yeah,
a little bit like character design wise. He looked kind of like
Harry.
season one Thorfinn.
I thought you were gonna say season one Attack on Titan. Actually, that's weird.
Mm.
Hmm.
I mainly say that because of like the disheveled hair, the build, and then also kind of the nose a little bit reminded
Hmm.
me of Thorfinn. But I don't think that's any
Yeah, there's no comparison at all to me. Like, there's no. The writers weren't. They might have. You never know, because he was a very. I'm surprised that Snake didn't. No, no, we'll get to that. He actually did. He actually did. Um. So yeah, Thorgil's talking about like war. People die, like guys die trying to sell women, and he's like, Omar, you still want to go to war? He's like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to go to war. Just,
Clearly, he didn't want to go.
I hope he
Yeah.
knows that they all know that he's full of shit. It's just like
No, I don't think he does. I don't think he's aware.
they make it so clear. Like Thorgil was literally just toying with the man. Just I think he gave him this bracelet of all the like the ears, yeah, of the guys he killed. Just like knowing what his reaction would be.
Mm.
Man. But then because he was scared, he's like, bro, you shouldn't be scared. We're sons of Iron Fist, Ketil,
Iron
bro.
Fist Kettle.
Mm,
That legend was the way they described it was insane. I love
right.
it was as soon as he started fighting, like his weapon would shatter under his own strength. So he'd fight the
Yeah.
rest of the battle barehanded, and he accomplished more than anyone fighting like that. That is so cool. What
Seriously.
a the myth of that, the imagery that comes to mind when you think of something like that. I love
Mm-hmm.
that. I love it.
Yeah, I thought of Iron Fist. I literally thought of Iron Fist, like the Marvel character Iron Fist, because this is Iron Fist
Oh,
Kittle,
that's a
bare
Marvel
hands.
character.
Yeah,
Interesting. I
literally.
had no idea.
I know Christian. I know, but still.
Uh,
Mm,
Marvel. Marvel,
Marvel at
Marvel,
that.
Marvel.
But yeah,
Marvel
it's
at
like
that.
our father was known, but Ketil tells Torgil to stop, which we're gonna find out at the end. He's such a good man. We're all right. We're time jumping here, not time jumping. Like episode, we're in the same episode. Like it's not integrity because it's a lie, which we're gonna get to. That's fine, but we also understand the reason why he does it till we get to the end. But see how he's still uneasy when it's spoken? As in, I invented this solely so my family can just uh, not have to go to war and that I can be respected because I have a deep ass and dope ass backstory. But at the same time, I don't like when people talk about it.
Well, well, we don't know for sure yet, right? Like we know that he made it up,
Yeah,
and he did say that you can't be like a coward in the world that I live in. But we don't really
that's
know
at the end.
why he made
Yeah.
it up yet,
But he
even
tells
at the
us,
end.
as Thorkill is explaining this, he's like, oh, it's okay. Just stop. Just stop it. Just stop. He cut that short. Just in the middle of that story, he cut it short. And Kelto was like, okay, fine. I'll stop. I don't know. It's fine. But yeah,
Because I took that as more like he's guilty of the fact that he lied, and he doesn't want anyone
that's
to
what I'm
dwell on it.
saying. That's literally what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. As in, he's such a good person at heart that he did that for a specific reason, which makes sense. But at the same time, he's not too pleased. Oh, some people would engulf themselves in that lie. Dude, I would stretch this lie, bro. As my son's speaking, I'll pull out my hand and say, "Look at this." I'd say, "Look at these hands." You don't know what these hands have done. Dude, I would stretch this to great length. My kids would be tired of me telling the story. They'd be like, "Dad, we get it. Dad, we get it." But he's like, "Stop, son, stop, 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 son." I was like, I'm like, that's cute. That's cute. Nah, but yeah, it's interesting. I like his character as a person, as a master, as a son, as a father. There's a better job he could do with the spoil one, but it is what it is with Omar. Because you could tell Omar only got to this point because you were very, very weak with him. But yeah. What about
Yeah,
you,
it
dude?
makes
What are
you
your thoughts
wonder.
on Ketel?
It makes you wonder how the two sons could be so drastically different. Like one is
Because one
a.
was trained by a snake and went to war. The other one only stayed on the farm with his dad. That's subjective too, actually.
I mean, sure, that could. I mean, that's part of it, definitely. But I don't know. That's because the. Yeah, I mean, we don't know a whole lot, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
because it's
true.
such a drastic difference that like I don't know. I'm curious to know why the difference is so massive. Because yeah, like he was trained by Snake, but why didn't Omar get trained as well by like somebody else, like one of
That is
Snake's
true. Right? That's a good point. What is
lackey?
Omar doing with his life? That's a good point, man. out here just I'm out here just smashing these poor farmers girls and, and
Yeah.
trying to look scary, bro. Crazy stuff. Yeah, and they get to the verdict, man. Like I'm Shuri, my sister Thora, father's gone missing, bro. Like last fall, man, he went out to sell vegetables and never came back. Yeah, homeboy's not coming back. She's like,
Yeah.
damn. Oh,
Mm.
there's
And
something
the
about a
kids are in
lack of
denial.
closure, or yeah, but they're also kids, Christian. You want your dad to come back as a kid. It's probably like not until like you're an adult. And Kevin Hart, one of his skits. Is it I'm a Grown Little Man? I think this was in I'm a Grown Little Man. He's like, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Daddy went to college. He's like, he went to college, and they're like, nah, Daddy's not coming back. He's like, nah, he went to college. He's coming back. As in when he was younger, he was in denial. But yeah, it's sad. Fuck. But I have to remind myself this is just an anime. This is like these aren't real characters, Pierre. Crazy stuff, man.
Oh, you never know. Never know.
That's actually true. Yeah, other kids go through
That's
stuff
actually
like that.
true.
No,
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
like
kids,
to.
man.
Yeah, yeah. This it's a lot of messed up things happen, like throughout the course of history. But I like to think that sometimes, uh, if I dream about something, just like a hypothetical, if I were to dream about something, that maybe that dream is actually taking place somewhere in space or in reality, and I'm just getting a
Okay.
glimpse into the window. So no, that wasn't a good example of what I'm trying to convey. Like, for example, right? We don't know everything about the universe, about life, about reality. So if I were to say that there is a planet out there that has a whole bunch of pink elephants, like 90% of the planet is a whole bunch of pink elephants. The chances that that's actually a thing is 0.00000. There's like a million billion zeros, but then there's like a 0 1. You know, it's like because we don't know about life in reality 100%,
Yeah.
a lot of things could be possible. And the reason I'm saying this is because if the author came up with an idea and the world is so thoroughly flushed out, who's to say that the ideas we think of don't spawn somewhere in the universe? The, I feel like what I'm saying right now makes no fucking sense. Do you like kind of see where I'm going, or should I just like stop here and we can move on with the show?
I didn't want to
Do
say
you do you
anything,
kind of
but
get what I'm saying?
I actually do hear what you're saying. Yeah. As in there's
Yeah.
this is not unrelated to like the world or something. This is not just fiction. This must originate from something real. And there are real correlations, I'd say. Other people that do go through the same thing, that similar instances in our world that align with the things we see in anime. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Uh, not quite. So
Okay.
that's why, because what I was saying, it's very it can be very confusing if it's not worded properly. Pretty much what I'm saying is, what if the things that we think have a, a possibility of manifesting, like our thoughts can be manifested somewhere in the universe because we don't know everything about the universe. So if I were to think up of a world and I put as much detail into that world as possible,
Okay.
like my just the pure fact of me thinking about this world could birth this world somewhere in the universe. And so I was just kind of messing around when you said these characters might not be real. And I was like, oh, what if thoughts are connected to the universe in this really crazy way?
Mm, okay.
But it's I've confused myself, to be honest. So I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. But yeah. But yeah. This is a it is a very tragic situation though, with the brother and his sister. It's very sad. Especially when you find out that um they have a sick mother and then a baby.
Dude.
And the only
Dude.
breadwinner is the boy. And then also Ketil, he mentions that if like traditionally families who lost their breadwinners are hired by other families to do work, but no family is going to take a baby, a sick mother, or a kid. So
Right?
that's why he's so down on his luck.
Uh,
Yeah, it's sad.
yeah, they keep. Damn, no, he's such a good like person. Like, how this dude is a master in that time period, I don't understand. Because you have to hire people that do shit to slaves that you're aware of. Because obviously, because they're slaves. Like, it's like you're living among people that have no like terrible ethics and humanity against your own properties. Because a slave, that's your property. Yet you're able to maintain your humanity and like not give in to, not let the power get to your head, because all this is yours. Like to have that sense of consideration, like empathy, to be like, I'm putting myself in his shoes. Like, he had to do what he did. He has a sick mom. There's no one to take care of him. Like, damn, it's like, oh, like I can't do this. But at the same time, I need to show a strong face. So I'm in front of my son. I'm in front of my retainers. Like, it was such a hard thing. It was such a mental dilemma, and I'm so glad he had a guy like Pater. I love every time Pater come up with a solution. He's like, Pater, yes, yes, Pater. You can tell how great he wants to get out of the situation for these kids, but it can't be from him because he's like, he will get judged. He's like, Pater, yes,
Mm,
like that's great, Pater. Oh, Pater, you're right. He's like, oh, he's like,
mm.
damn. He's like, but you still have to punish them. Fuck. Uh, who said that? Snake? Snake like, yeah, that's great and all. They can work for you until they pay it back. That's true and all, but like they stole it back, Like, and then he even tell them, did you threaten him to talk? Oh, like he's damn. Also at the same time, that too, is he aware that Snake is very like like sneaky and basically like a snake? Like like because he's like, did you threaten them? Because they really wouldn't have a say, They're poor people that are caught stealing. You can get them to say whatever you want them to say to make them fear for their lives. That I don't know. I like that episode. I really did.
Yeah, the you mentioned it, and I wanted to get more of your thoughts on it. You know that flashback when Snake was at the house of Stuart and Thora, like the kids basically,
Mm-hmm.
and he cut the bag of flour and was pouring it, and he said, "I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that like our name is on the bottom of this or whatever." I interpreted that as Snake didn't have proof of their crimes, so he forged proof by pouring a bag of flour in their home. So it was a gesture that was not only supposed to give them forged proof, but it
Yeah.
also doubled as a threat for the kids to admit their guilt of a provable
Yeah.
crime. And then from this guilt, they can be punished for all their other crimes that they can't prove. Is
Mm-hmm.
that how you interpreted that scene, or?
That's how, yeah, that's how I took it too. Honestly, yeah, it was like a shakedown or something. I think that's how they call these things. And they're kids, man. Damn, like they didn't have a choice. Yeah, I took that
Yeah.
the same way. But guys like snakes, there'll always be guys like Snake. But he's so cool.
He is very cool.
At the
He's
same
a very
time,
cool individual.
yeah, Thorgil was like, you should cut their arms. Like, wait, don't cut their arm. Even Snake was like, go easy on them. Like, yeah, and Ketil was like, damn, like I can't believe my son is so horrifying. Like shit, like I can't let this go now with all this the asking. I have to punish you. Uh and Pater comes in
Yeah,
again, bro. It's
it's
like, hey,
crazy
cutting the
how
arm will
afraid he
make them
is.
useless. Yeah, because he's a good person, man. And also shocking. Like your dad, you have
Uh,
such all these values, and to see how horrific your son is, like, bro, were you adopted? Like, is that my seed? You need to look at the old lady to be like,
mm.
is he mine? It's like,
Is he part of my lineage? Part of my bloodline?
mm, mm, bro, he's a Bolton. No, he's not a Bolton. What they call him? He's a
Bolton.
Snow. It's-
Snow.
yeah, because Jon Snow is a bastard. Yeah. I don't remember what was Ramsay's first name before he killed his dad. Oh, Ramsay, I fucking love Ramsay. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is.
Love Ramsey. Isn't he
uh,
the guy who cut Theon's family jewels off, right?
oh, he cut this man's pride. He cut this man's
Cut his pride.
like
Wow.
he cut
Yeah.
his. He was not when he was done. Theon was no more. Like Reek was just, which as the audience we freaking thoroughly enjoy that. This man deserves all this, man.
That's the
Theon
audience.
is Theon's the reason for the Red Wedding. Like, they sent these motherfucker back to get reinforcement, and you go back to impress a dad that was never a part of your life, and you freaking kill the people in the town you were raised, bro. Just to make a point to your dad. Like, the North raised your ass better than they did Jon Snow, and this is how you repay these. Bro, I can't. This is not a Game of Thrones reaction. So let's I don't know. Let's get back to Vinland Saga, bro. I can't talk about Theon, but redemption. Theon
Hmm.
Greyjoy is the number one redemption story I've ever seen. Number two, I'd say Cousin from the Bear. Dude, I've never
Number
seen
one? What? Number
redemption. I'm
what?
gonna when it comes to redemption, and out of all the TV shows, movies I've watched, Theon Greyjoy is the best. Like, I went from hating this guy to almost shedding a tear when this man died. just when writers are able to
Really?
flip something gradually. Like, they didn't just make you hate him and make you like him. It was a gradual like. Like when he saved Sansa and snapped back, like the leaving Reek behind, which I didn't even think that was possible. To be like, all right, I'll help you escape. Like when he went in that boat, beat his, I think, uncle to go get his sister Yara. And when at the end, bro, Brandon Stark said, Theon, you're a good man, bro. So I was like, ah, Christian, that whole 360, like I've never hated someone to be like, holy shit. Like, nah. To me, that's subjective. To me, Theon Greyjoy, number one, redemption. Number two, Cousin from the Bear, bro, worthless character that freaking turned
Who's
around in season
that?
two.
Who's
I don't
that?
remember his real name. His real name was in the prescription label that he picked up. The Bear is this show about a restaurant, but so I don't work in a restaurant, but so accurate. People that work in restaurants say, like all the chaos, all the freaking mistakes that get done, all the like inspections that we need to pass, beef that expired that we need to mitigate this and come up with a solution. It's chaotic, and they're all just grinding. Come from a dysfunctional family that are still dealing with the family trauma. Oh man, Christian, they give Lip a monologue in this when he's talking about his
Lip.
brother. All right, I can't. Yeah, Lip is from Shameless.
I'm
You know
so
his name.
confused. Who are these people?
I know, right? Lip is Shameless. At this point, I'm convinced Homeboy can play these roles. Like, Homeboy's black, bro. To play Shameless, a ghetto white boy that is very smart, but the whole family as a whole was just. But and then to play this, a guy who's just well, in this he's a top chef, but he came back to his neighborhood. But just nah. But it's just dope. It's just dope. But anyway, I'm digressing heavily. My top two redemption: Theon Greyjoy and Cousin from the Bear. What about you? Like, what
Hmm.
characters have you watched that writers have transformed from hated to loved, but beautifully done?
Hmm. Well, that's some heavy spoiler territory. I don't know because one of them is in One Piece,
Okay,
and
what's his name?
I don't. Uh, I mean, you're gonna watch One Piece one day. You said right?
Oh,
It's a huge
Christian
plot
spoilers.
twist.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
never
it's a
mind.
plot
Sure.
twist. So yeah, I don't want to ruin it for you.
Mm,
But
okay,
Thorfinn, he's
understood.
making his way up that list from
But I never hated
what's
Thorfinn.
happening
I'm
here.
talking. I'm talking about someone you hate. I'm talking about a bad
Ooh,
guy to good guy.
oh, you mean like a complete transition?
That's what. Yeah, like redemption. Redemption's like redeeming, going from bad to good.
I see. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. Um. Well, like bad in okay, like bad is in like you hate whenever this character's on the screen. To good, where like I'm so happy this character's on the screen. Not like bad as
No,
in
bad.
Thorfinn
Yeah,
did
bad.
bad
Like I.
actions. No.
No, because I could never hate Thorfinn. Dude, he was a kid. He didn't know better. The dude was fueled for rage for his dad, trying to kill his dad's murderer. I'm talking about someone who just does something that's messed up, who's terrible at heart, who learned from his mistakes, repent painfully, to become a better person. And you're just like, wow, beautiful. And then when he dies, you're just like, okay, I respect that. You're like, damn, I can see the
Well,
change.
there's also the king from Hunter x Hunter.
The even that I never hated because that was his purpose. Like his mother birthed him for that. He actually derailed from his purpose by getting soft playing chess with. All right, is that too much? Is that too much spoiler?
Uh,
Just because I
yeah,
love this character, dude. I loved the king's character. Wait, we're talking about the king, right? The ant, the king ant. That's what we're talking about.
yeah.
I love this
Mm-hmm.
character. Just oh damn, my boy was playing. What's the name of the game? It wasn't chess. Just oh
Uh, Gungi, I think.
Gungi. Oh,
Gungi.
and how disrespectful the first 30 losses were. Like, bitch, you're blind and your nose is just snotting and shit. How are you beating me? Just, to just love caring, to telling one of your bodyguards, make sure she's safe. Bro, all right, we gotta do Hunter x Hunter. Just, let's dump Vinland Saga. Actually, I'm
You
kidding.
got to
I'm
read
kidding.
the Hunter x Hunter manga one day.
Dude, I don't
You got to
read,
get on
man.
that.
You know I don't read. Which is so ironic. I learned English from a dictionary. So like I had to read to to know this language. But I hate reading as a
That
but it is
sounds
what it
awful.
is.
Learning
It
from a
really was,
dictionary.
bro. Yeah, it was like 10 words a day, using them in sentences. Literally,
What are
yeah.
you, some kind of Eminem?
No, I was just very eager to learn your language. Just it's like I want to pick it up. I want to be able to converse with Christian.
Oh,
This was my dream, Christian. This was my dream.
this man,
This
this
man,
individual.
this individual, this buffoon. Crazy shit.
Uh,
So yeah, where are we going to?
yeah.
Where are we going to? Where are we going to?
I kind of wait. We were talking
Yeah,
about the
give the
punishment.
yeah.
And
He had to beat the kid. So he's like, I'll do it. And damn, he's like, I don't want to do this, but I have to do it. Damn, so
right.
sad. Ugh, every whip, bro, fucking breaks the man. Damn.
Starts crying.
Yeah. But Snake kind of saved him
Man.
because they cut his arm. Like it's fine, don't cut his arm, but a beating will be good for them. It's like how many strikes? At 5-10? He's like, all right, 10-10. Damn. And Stuart said, I'll take 20, bro. Oh, she
And
better
Thorgil
love
gave
him,
him one good whack.
right? He's
He sent him flying.
ugh. Yeah,
That's crazy.
some crazy shit. Yeah, and later, everyone's eating, and then we see Ketil is on the bed. He's like, I made the story up. It's just a Norseman can't be seen as a coward to make it in this world. I completely get that. I need to reinvent myself, bro. And to say I'm afraid of war, I'm afraid of violence, I'm afraid of my own son. The wall of vulnerability that goes down with this slave is kind of irritating. If I was friends with the wife, or even the wife, like, bitch, you're my husband. Why aren't you telling me this? Like, why isn't Arnheid just some sweet face you smash because she looked cute? You're literally dripping down all your freaking insecurities and your fear to the slave when I've probably been married to you for decades. I don't know. I was like, bro, it is what it is. Like some men love their side chicks, man. It is what it is. Just
Well, it could be a possibility too that if Keto uses Arnheid for like if he actually has sex with her and he doesn't have sex with his wife, sex is such an intimate thing that you can do with somebody that I could see like a situation where he doesn't want to sleep with his wife anymore, and he's slept with Arnheid so much that he has more of that emotional connection
I
due
mean,
to them
Christian.
having so much sex.
I mean, bro, have you seen Arnheid?
You've expressed your your thoughts on
Bro,
Arnheid to me very
have
well.
you seen the wife? Like, bro, hey, Keto's not going back.
No,
Bro,
he was naked in that bed, right? And she was in
all
like a
right, that's
nightgown,
yeah,
right?
like
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
bro.
I think some stuff happened in that bed.
Nah. I mean, there's some that she must be giving it away. It just might be that good. he might want to suppress this thing, but he just can't. She drops it in a way that's just. He's just like, I'll tell you everything. Like my bank account is 136,456. The routing number is. Just,
I was born 900.
I was born
to a humble farmer.
My treasures are in. Just, I don't know, man. Arnheid. All right, I can't. Daddy, chill.
Hey, that's Einar's girl, Fear. That's Einar's.
Yo, that's Einar's girl. Yeah, Einar about to get. I feel for Einar. Einar about to get 500 days of summer.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah. So the episode ends.
Indeed.
What do you want to add, dude?
Indeed.
What else?
The last thing that Ketil said is that, or he said to Arnheid, is you are, without you, my world is full of darkness. That's a heavy line. That is a heavy, heavy line. Because that means his light is not his wife. His light is not his children. His light is not the deeds he's doing with slaves and freeing them. His light is this slave woman.
Christian.
Saying a lot. It's saying a lot.
A lot.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
All right, man.
It.
This is episode 7.
Right.
This is episode 7. This was Iron Fist Ketil.
Iron Fist Ketil.
All right, dude.
Remember the name.
It's been real. Remember the name.
All right. Bye, boy.
Bye.